welcome back to the channel. We're already in the shop this morning, bright and early. Past bright and early, we've been in here a little bit. Wasn't going to do a video on this, but these actually are a pretty cool deal we build. Something I built for years. Before I even started the shop, hell, before I even had kids, my brother-in-law and I started building some headache racks. We had a couple on our trucks. I think we sold them to some friends, whatever, nothing huge. Then I saw a design, a guy had built a headache rack on a Dodge that doubled as the exhaust. I always thought it was a cool idea. Well, I had a 93 first gen Cummins at the time, and probably a year or so went by and I decided I wanted to build one. So I came up with my own design, and I think I have a couple pictures of them. If I do, I'll throw one in here. If not, you'll see this one when it's done. Yeah, I ran that on my first gen forever. I had that truck for a long time. It was all stock when we got it. Then it got modded, whatever. It got hit. They wanted to total it, but we fixed it, painted it, and then when we had twins, decided to cut it in half like any human that is sane would do. Stretch it, make a crew cab out of it, and we drove it for a couple more years after that was all done. It was compound turboed. Had a lot of work done to it. It was a badass truck. Wish we wouldn't have sold it. But anyway, they are a 4-inch square tube. So let's start with a 4-inch square tube. Now let's walk over here. Since I said I wasn't going to do a video on this, I already started. But this is our main beam. So this is for a 4th gen mega cab truck. We use a 2x3 angle for the bed sides. They're upside down at the moment. This beam goes in between here. These get capped off. Then your exhaust comes into here, works its way up the rack and out the top. I love the sound of a big truck. I love the sound of Cummins like that with the stacks on it, but the stacks are hideous. I don't like them on a normal pickup. They don't look good. This, you can't even tell. My toolbox slid up against it, so you couldn't see the pipe coming up into the bed. We run a 4-inch pipe into the bottom of this with a stainless flex joint and then a V-band clamp, so you can undo this, take it off. They get powder coated. They hold up well. Haven't built some of these for a while. I have lots of inquiries, but with shipping prices the way they are, it kills them every time. So both of these guys, I got 2 of these to build, are semi-local. One of them is about 2.5, 3 hours away. The other one's probably about 6. But we're going to install the one for the guy over on the west side here, and then the guy in Boise will probably meet somewhere, kind of help him out a little bit, get it to him. So let's get building this thing. I learned over the years on building these is the truck beds are not square. They taper in. The front is wider than the back. So what I do is I take my measurements, put them on the table, find my center line, draw the bed on the floor, not on the floor, but on the table here, 2 feet out. That's the length of our runners here that go on the bed. Get it all set up, figure out what we need to be, and then I'll tack these all together. That way this is stationary. Then it gets stood up, and the rack gets built on the table so it's nice and flat. I think part of the reason I quit doing these, it didn't really push figuring out delivery and whatnot. With my old bandsaw, worked great for quite a while, and then after a bit, even changing blades and all that stuff, we could never get it to cut straight. It was always wandering. Don't know if it was a blade issue with where we were getting our blades or whatnot, but this new one cuts so nice. These cuts are just nice and true, even at the angles we're cutting them at. So I'm excited to get this one going. So let's, yeah, let's weld it together here. All right, guys, coming along here nicely. So we laid the stacks on top of each other and tack them together to make them uniform. And then I will use my magnet here that's adjustable for the angles and get it set there. And then we'll tack this one on, take it loose, go set it over there, that guy, and make it all the same. And then there's a crossbar that runs across the top here, the window bars, and then this one gets expanded metal. The other one's getting louvers, which I don't like doing. They are a pain in the butt, but they do look good. The other truck doesn't have a sliding back window, so it'll all be across there, and I think we'll just use like a... I actually don't know what we're going to use to hold them up, because you can't make them all that long because they'll just bow. So probably put some rod or something in between them to help hold them up and keep them straight. So another thing, cut that hole in there, because obviously with this sitting on top of the angle that goes on top of the bed, the exhaust wouldn't flow through it. So we'll cut another piece of tubing here that fits this angle, so that has a nice big hole all the way up through it. Weld it up. Let's go from there. Guys, you can see behind me here the rack is all welded up except for that V-band clamp at the bottom that should be here any moment. But we got our CB tabs mounted on it right there. Got to clean up, go over it with my Brillo pad deal on a grinder and make sure that everything's cleaned up on it, ready to go. Got our 4-inch flex pipe. There's those pieces I was talking about that help keep the exhaust coming up through the top there. All the tabs on the back of the mesh there are tacked down. Yeah, very solid. They do sound good, I will give them that. So this will go to powder coat, and when it comes back, the owner will bring the truck over, and we actually are installing this one. So we'll get to hear it and see what it looks like in the truck. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notification bell's on so you don't miss anything, especially if you want to see this thing installed and hear it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Leave a thumbs up. Until next time, keep building awesome stuff. We'll see you later.